Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with DVD. This is going to be my episode recap of Tyler Perry's Sistas. Let's get right on into it. Season 7, episode 8. Wow, it has been 8 episodes, you guys. And they are still aggravating the mess out of me about this baby father situation. But here we go. And her old friend from college are discussing Gary. He is actually in law enforcement, so he did some digging for her, and now he's letting her know that, Gary is not the man that she think he is, and he is very dangerous. And she tells him she wants Gary out of her life, and he said, I highly recommend that. And I did check out some information on Jordan Williams. Your story checks out, which he's trying to say the guy's on the up and up, in other words. But we could have told you that. So, with that being said, all of a sudden, pops in Fatima. She introduced her to this grand client. Now, this is the grand dame, if you will. And she's the grand dame of Atlanta. And she goes in and she tells Andy with all this pride and vigor, she's no longer who she thinks she is. Just call me Marie. You drop the Willis because I'm dropping the man. And I want to make sure that he gets $0 out of my philanthropy money. And by the way, your man, Jordan, I can see it in your eyes. You are enamored with him. He's telling you the truth. Now, I know that you dropped it heavy on him when you found out about this information. I hope you had a deep conversation with him, because if you didn't, I'm in the wrong spot. But, honey, he's telling the truth. All right, now. I like that lady. So, in the next thing, we have Sabrina. And Sabrina is all upset because she's been poked and prodded, which we all knew was going to happen when you get your eggs frozen. So, she runs into Karen, and Karen lets her know that she is actually there to get the DNA test. First of all, she tried to run around in circles, but Sabrina was very thorough in her questioning, and she finally told her what was going on. And then Karen says that, ask her, does she need her support? And Sabrina asked Karen, does she need her support? And Karen says, no. I'll be fine. Zach's coming in a minute. Ooh, girl. When Zach gets there, he's all giddy. He's ready to be a pops and whatnot, and he's feeling on the stuff. Feeling on the stuff. If you know, then you know. And then Fatima walks in, and then drama ensues. Now, mind you, Karen is not thinking. She still thinks that it's only Fatima who put him up to take the test. No, he put himself up and take the test. Now, he wants to be a father to your baby, yeah. But at the same time, it's nothing wrong with being sure, especially since we all know that you did do the do with another dude. Back at the Hood Ratchet Law office, Miss Marie is walking out of the door in all her grandiosity. And she runs into Hayden, and Hayden is like, oh, Miss Marie. And he's kissing her, but I'm about to be the new the new firm partner. Did I say that right, finally? Oh, my goodness. I'm 49. But anyway, he's trying to sell her on himself. And then she said, save the sales pitch, darling. I've already picked who I want. And he said, as she's walking away, he looks at her, how did you land that big fish? What schemes did you do? And she says, I'm not you, darling. I don't have to do schemes. And then that doggone Fatima swoops right in with the alley-oop and says, pick your face up out the floor. That's what I'm talking about. Teamwork. That's what I want to see from business women in real life. Shout out to Stormy and Melody on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So in the same scene, Fatima informs ANDI that Karen is going to get her DNA test, and she wants to go there to support Zach. Ambi knows. Yeah, Ambi knows. And Anna says, girl, you can leave, girl. I'm about to go see my man and let him know that I know that he knows that we know that he is indeed not an artist. So we go over there to the hotel, baby, and two snakes are about to capitulate. And baby, they get to rocking and rolling and releasing, and they just humping all over each other, scratching each other, doing it wild, doing it and doing it and doing it wild, like wild animals. And that's gonna be Tamara and Gary. And they're both snakes, so they record each other. No big deal, child. That's what snakes do. Now we're at the therapist's office with Danny. Beautiful Danny. Danny looks so good in that blue. That blonde, those blonde braids really look good on Danny, by the way. Must not be a Tyler Perry braiding deal. She must have gone to see our good friends, the Africans over there, to get her hair braided and left Tyler Perry's life. But anyway, she lets the therapist know that Tony has been keeping the children, and they may be indefinite. She doesn't know if she could be a good stepmom. What if she gets attached to him? What if they get attached to her? Then her and Tony break up, and then the attachment is still there. She loves kids that she has no rights to. It happens. If you're going to date men today, it's very, very rare that you will find some that don't already have children. The therapist kind of snickers at her concerns, and she said, well, I didn't know you could do that, because she told her to put herself into different scenarios of how things could happen if she decides to get into this relationship. And Danny, of course, trying to be funny, uses movies. And so I'm pretty sure that was funny. It's hard to, you could be professional only up to a certain point. Now, you can't hold your emotions all the time. Back at the hospital is Karen, Fatima, and Zach. And Zach is trying to feed Karen. I don't want nothing to eat, Zach. And so I'm fine. And then they all know that Zach is terrified of needles, so both of them kind of want to be their support system. But Fatima is the one to go in to support terrified of needles Zach. I understand that, Zach. Hey. I always turn away when they're drawing my blood. It's my blood. I need it and I want it. Then Andy goes to see her man child, and she kissing all over him, and he asks her, what is this all about? You believe me now? She says, oh yeah, I believe you. I just did my own little research, and of course I knew that was gonna get in his crawl space. So he tells her, I really wish you had listened to me in the first place, had taken my word. And she apologizes again. Did I mention I apologize? Then she tries to get up on him to get up on it. And he kind of brushes her away and tells her that, next time, trust him. I wouldn't do anything to hurt you. I'm not that guy. I'm not Gary. And then he tells her that he understands why she has a little bit of distrust, though. And he gets a phone call. He has to go clean up the mess that the white girl and Gary made. Now, I mean, with all that information that she has in the envelope, you can find out that it was Gary all along. That's easy. Ray Charles could see that. Now, Zach, back at the hospital, that Zach, he really took me when he pretended like he had passed out. When she got ready to take the blood, and the whole time, for 10 minutes picking at him. And so hopefully this will be the last episode dealing with the freaking DNA test. Wrap it up. Now, back at Gary's office, well, we really don't know what he does, but he's involved in some type of law scheme or financial scheme or marketing scheme or all of the above, similar to Mr. Simon Gubadiadio over there on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I had to throw that in because this is a real live scamming caper over there on Atlanta. We never experienced this in such a manner until Portia brought Simon Gubbady on the show. Or should I say Fallon? Yeah, it was Fallon who brought him to the show. You know, his wife that Portia went over there, shook her ass in front of him, and then she walked away with him after she had smoked hookah and drank that lady's wine and Hennessy. That guy, he's over there scamming people allegedly. But, so, same as Gary. You know, he gets all these women and marries them all and does what he does, has sexual relations with them. And then we find out that he is indeed a fraudulent individual. So, Hayden goes over to see him, and then Hayden notices scratches behind his ear. Oh yeah, he got the scratches. Didn't I tell you they were going wild like alley cats up in that doggone hotel room? Bumping and humping and jumping and thumping. And then Hayden notices it. Hayden notices the scratches. And so Gary is acting funny, but you know, Hayden lets him know that back at the law office, where they don't really do anything at the Hood Ratchet Law Office, that ANDI has a new client, and it's going to be the Grand Dame of Atlanta, Miss Willis. And he was like, how did he get her? How did she get her? And he's like, yeah, but that's all right. I was her financial advisor at one time. We're going to crush her. Really? Hey, if you knew what we all know in the audience, that he was stomping and bumping on your lady friend, you wouldn't be calling him your college friend from, you know, one of your besties from the good college that we just found out about last week. Yeah, last episode. Because prior to that, we thought they only met doing business on this show. But hey, we're in Tyler Perry land. Okay, when the show returns from commercial, yeah, I got Philo Child. But I just fast forwarded through. You can't fast forward through when it's live, but this is a rewatch. Anyway, Fatima and ANDI talk on the phone, and ANDI lets her know that she read the documents enclosed in the folder. She finally opened it. Damn it. So she lets her know that Gary is up to some foul-ish, and she knows for a fact that he said join up, and she's about to confront him. And Fatima says, no, you're not. Not by yourself. I'm coming with my blade and my Snickers. Girl, you bringing weapons? Yeah. Well, he's not going to bother me just because we're going to be together at the penthouse. All the more reason for me to bring my blade and Snickers, honey, because then don't you watch Fatal Attraction? That's what all the dead hoes say. They can't say anything no anymore. Fatima, they did. So, back at the salon where nobody goes but Pam selling her products on her website, the delivery guy comes in and he's like, hi, you know, is old girl here? You know I'm kind of pissed off. Yeah, you did piss her off a little bit. Do you want to see her? I know you want her to be your boo thing. I don't. You do. And she's not here right now. But you do want what Lucky wanted in Poetic Justice. You want to smell my banana? Ow! Oh, girl, you should have gave some of those acting skills to your cousin. Oh, so now we see Aaron's back. What does that mean? Yeah, well, we suspected all along. What did we see last week? The 2 babies in the sack. What have I been educating my followers on for the whole time leading up to this? 2 babies, separate sacks. Two possible fathers. Pam, dang, Karen got all the nook time. Aaron, what? I ain't saying nothing. You looking for Karen? Nah, I'm just checking on him. Dog, I use Pam voice for his voice, but you know what I'm saying. Now, why this girl trying to get Aaron to invest in Rooster Riches? That Pam. You looking for an investment? How about Rooster Riches? You ever heard of it? No, Pam, he hadn't heard it. Unless he's watching your Instagram page. And I doubt he's following you, not the preacher man. So, back at Sabrina's apartment, I'm not sure because, you know, the show has upgraded some because that could be. No, Danny's still living in a little box. So we're at Sabrina's apartment and she gives Danny some wine and she tells her about running this Karen at the doctor's office, and she was talking about how evasive Karen was being, and she was like, maybe we're not as close as we used to be. And Danny says, no, we are girls to the very end. Was you thinking? Was you thinking about that when you told Zach that he need to go around there and to the bump and shop hospital and get a DNA test where he gonna have to get blood drawn where he don't like to get blood drawn? Did you tell him that? I don't think you did. And so Sabrina asked her, did she enjoy her? Has she been going to therapy? And Danny said, yes, I've been going to therapy. And I want to know why you want to know. And she says, because, you know, it's kind of early for drinking wine. What you're not going to do is call me an alcoholic mental patient. But yes, for your information, I went this morning. And you could have been here for me had you not been around there freezing your eggs trying to run away from Rich. Because you know you're not going to get his sperm to make the fertilize the eggs. She didn't say all that. I had to put my judge on it. So Sabrina asked her, she must be doing well in therapy because, you know, she's about to be a stepmom. So don't use the stepmom word in front of me yet. I'm not ready. And she said, yeah, but you are making progress. And you must really like him if you're doing all of this. Yeah, I do. Girl, is the sex good, girl? Ooh, girl. Ooh, it's a nice sight. And, girl, I think he went to Dick 'em Down University. Ooh, girl, I need to go over there to Dick 'em Down University and find some of them good dudes to, you know how to dick them down, if you will. And graduated at magna cum laude. Magnum cum laude. Mm-hmm. Some dudes that wear them, you know, magnums are baggy. Really, technically, here I go with the education again. I have to throw it in there. Condoms are large enough for any penis. You don't have to buy magnums. They stretch. Duh. That's why we able to teach you how to use them with the biggest bananas. So Sabrina wants to get things back the way they used to be, how they met when they first met at the bar. And she said, you want me to call Danny? You want Andy to go with us? I'm sorry, you want Andy to go with us? I always get Danny and Andy's names mixed up sometimes because, you know, the boy names. But Andrea and Daniela, okay? And she said, no, we're not ready for this. She said, oh, but I'm just talking about me, you, Tony, and Rich. So I'm about to call Rich. Call Tony. We're going. I don't blame you, girl. You need a buffer in between you and that Rich. If you planning on staying with him, I won't probably go out on another day by myself with that food. And the next scene is the confrontation. So the confrontation begins. Gary walks in, fixing his suit, looking fine as he want to look. Now, Gary fine now. I don't care what nobody say. Sexy. Look good on the suit. And suit laying on him like them little suits. Them baby suits be laying on Martell over there now. We ain't gonna take nothing away from Martell when he be wearing them suits now. Them suits be laying on that brother. Just like Gary. I don't like neither one of them. Okay? Just listen. Let's know that. But we can be honest. Okay, I've heard women just get online and call Gary ugly and talk about him being dirty and talking about he look a mess and this, that, and the third and the fourth and the fifth. But hey, we could not like a person and still say they look good, can't we? We're grown, aren't we? We understand that there's a separation between being fine and being an asshole. That's what we need to learn how to do with all good-looking people. Giselle Bryant, another example. Nice-looking woman, evil. In the words of Candace, an evil imp on the inside. In the words of Nene, old trash box. But anyway, conversation begins, and Fatima walks out with her red duffel bag, and what the hell is she doing here? Oh, fuck around and find out what I'm doing here. You don't want none of this in me in my beautiful red suit. And baby, when I take, speaking of hanging suits, Fatima, 10s across the board. She still must be dressing herself, okay? You know, because she was the stylist, but she be making Sabrina look a fool when she was their stylist. Sabrina's looking better these days. Maybe that's why. She's a cast member now. So she asked him, why do you stalk me? What won't let you move on? I don't want you, girl. In other words, saying I really do want you. And I do stalk you. Basically, you know. Anytime a man say, I don't want you, girl, that's the opposite. Just the FYI. Then he tells her, you're old news, girl. In other words, you new news, I still want you. And then she says, oh, really? I'm old news, huh? Then he said, oh, well, should I say new news, seeing as how Gordon joins up. How did I say Gordon? Joins all over the news. And then she says, yeah, but we both know that you paid someone, and that girl has told the truth. We know the truth. We know you paid someone in order to get Jordan kicked out of the campaign. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did it. Mm-hmm. Ain't no shame. Gary says, you can't pin this on me, ho. And she says, oh, but I can. And the FBI would be very interested in knowing what I know. And then she looks at Fatima, and Fatima says, ooh, this bag real heavy. Don't keep quiet now, motherfucker. All he could do is swish his tongue around in his mouth. Just like a joker. Well, you heard what I heard because my phone was recording at that moment. So she said, leave us alone, Gary. And before I ruin your life. Because before I let you ruin his, I'll ruin mine first. Ooh, that got in his crawl space, ladies, because when a man hears that, that means she has really moved on. And then she tells him to leave Penelope out of his bullshit. If Penelope, in her 72-week pregnancy, don't do something about this situation and get on, I know something. Get out of my house. No, my house. Get the fuck out, Gary, says Fatima with her red bag. Don't make me go in this red bag. And then he finally walks out. And then Andy said, what's in that bag? It is really heavy. You don't want to know, girl. You don't want to know. I went down there to see my cousin, Madam, and she probably gave me a couple of brass knuckles and her gold gun. Well, nah, not the gold one that I'm about to use, but one of her mini gold guns. Did I say gun? Oh, snap. I'm not going back and recording over there. I was supposed to say pow pow, wasn't I? Oh, damn you too. So now the moment we're waiting for with the dramatics. We put the cold gel stuff on the stomach and we roll around and there they are. There's the two babies. Oh, twins. Oh my goodness, not twins. Yeah, the story that us commentators had already predicted. Two babies, two separate sacks, two different fathers. It is what it is. Oh, by the way, Karen gets scared of the big old needle too. Baby, if you get an epidural, they about the same size. I didn't even look at the needle. If it, even though they put that numbing gel on you, it seems like the needle takes forever to get in there. Wow. And you have to be still and patient. But baby, the risks, the rewards definitely outweigh the risk. If you know, you know. She's so terrified. She's like, why I got to do this now? I mean, why we just can't wait till the baby comes out? And she's like, well, since you've been stressed out about paternity, this is a good idea to go ahead and get it over with. So Zach can shut his mouth and so can Fatima. In other words, yeah. But when she finds out it's twins, it's going to be drama. And I told y'all it wasn't going to be Rico, the second father. It's Aaron, because all of a sudden he's back. Can you tell the gender? Yeah, we can. But now what really pissed me off about this scene, you can see the two babies on the screen, but all of a sudden, the doctor and Karen can't see them. When Karen first looked up there, you can clearly see them two babies. Tyler Perry, new writers, stop. So with all the dramatics, of course, we got to test both sexes because these are fraternal twins. Yeah. And the show dramatically ends. This has been my episode. Ooh, so fun to do. The episode was really good to me. And like I said, no need for all the dramatics at the end. Why? Why show the audience and the doctor the two babies in there? And surprisingly, she's surprised that there's twins in there. She saw it before we did. And then Karen, oh, Jesus, twins? Oh, twins are a blessing. But anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This is Reality with DVD. Come on in. Still commercial-free entertainment. Not much longer. I'm trying to tell you, this channel is growing. You love my sisters recap. Hold on. As long as you with me, I'm with you. Please remember, again, to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell button so you will be notified every time I upload a video. I'm out, and as I do when I close, I'm going to chunk them up. Deuces.